Virgo, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Virgo, I'm going to be doing your reading from February 16th to the 22nd, and this will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, Virg, my cutie patootie, looking all this so yummy. Let's see what's going on for you. All the credits to my amazing barber, Amanda, who gave me the best haircut, who always gives me the best haircut. This is what I wanted. And you can see this is Henry, that's Michael. I got flowers for myself, and I wanted to bring that out here and to share with you all. They are for you. So let's get into your reading, dear Virgo, and see what is it that you need to know. Cutie patootie, looking all this so yummy. So your challenge, Virgo, is the strength. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands, followed by the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so Virgo, your challenge here with the strength has a lot to do with these powerful decision that you need to make. You could be dealing with the Leo also, or you could have Leo in your birth chart. Okay, so the strength here talks about someone that you are dealing with that's possibly part of your destiny. Okay, the strength can also mean that you are aiming to control a situation here or to overcome some sort of a situation that's been out of control. We're going to clarify this and we're going to find out more. In the recent past, you have the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Swords. So in the recent past, for many of you, I feel like that there was a situation here that came to an end. Maybe you were living with this person, you were married to this person, or you were planning to get married with them. I do see here that there is this on and off energy, and something here was blocking from you and this person moving on towards something new. We're going to clarify this and find out to see what it is that happened. In the present moment, you have the Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Pentacles. In the present moment, there is a brand new beginning and a new offer that's going to come out for you and this person. I feel like here also, there is this hesitation from your end when it comes to this offer, when it comes to this situation. You want to make it happen, but when it actually happens, or you think about in reality when that happens, you still have a little bit of hesitancy. We're going to clarify this hesitancy. Yeah. So in the near future, you have the Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Justice. In the near future, for many of you, one of the things that you're going to want to really clarify and get very clear on is commitment. Okay, and honesty when it comes to commitment. You want things to be honest, you want things to be completely, open out there. For a lot of you, you don't want to be with someone that you feel like you cannot trust, because the Seven of Swords here talks about trust issues. You have the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck from what you don't see coming, Virgo. Your intuition is very right. You are maybe possibly predicting some sort of a conflict that may take place. You are the High Priestess, and you need to be aware of that, okay? You need to be aware of that because the person that you're dealing with could be someone that is very passionate, very fiery, but there is also a very reckless behavior about this person. So without any further ado, dear Virgo, we're going to get into your reading and we're going to find out. So I'm saying, Virg, how you doing, my cutie patootie? I hope that everything has been well for you. You've been finding the things that you need to find. I don't know what you've been looking for. Ace of Wands, vitamin D. So I'm saying, so let's get into your reading and clarify the strength for you. So the strength, dear Virgo, is clarified by the Queen of Wands, Five of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. See, a lot of you are still deciding whether you would really gonna go back or whether you would really want to go back to this person from the past, Virgo. For many of you, there is a situation here that ended very painfully, and it's been very excruciating to get over that. There is a strong sense of a painful ending, betrayal, one way or another, definitely a lot of disappointment. Whoever you dealt with, I feel like that That person right now is also having a lot of memories and flashbacks about this ending. And we are also officially entering into the Mercury retrograde on February 26th. We're in the pre-shadow period now. So Mercury is your ruling planet. There is a lot of thinking going on in your mind, a lot of visiting the past, doing just a lot of contemplation within you. You have the Two of Swords. So you're trying to see, if this person is really someone that you can fully trust and you would want to go full force and go move on with them. A situation here has happened in the past, the volcano erupted basically in the past that brought this situation to an ending. Now, you could have also dealt with an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could have been a fire sign, earth sign. Ten of Pentacles, there was a lot of happiness until a certain point, Virgo. So the Ten of Pentacles in the past is clarified by the Three of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. For many of you, I think that you really did have a lot of issues when it comes to, in the past, to the trust issues with this person, investment. A lot of you were highly and overly committed to this person. Very much invested into this person, very much invested into this relationship. But there is something here about also constantly waiting for this person to take some sort of action or do something that would really show their true reciprocation towards you. Now, the Two of Swords, there could have been a moment here between you and this person, Virgo, where one side was giving more, the other side was, giving less and things like that. So something here in the recent past told you kind of maybe even slow down, or you started questioning things. The Two of Swords in the past is clarified by the Hanged Man, Pisces energy, the Tower, Scorpio, King of Swords. So for a lot of you, I think that there is a very strong cut-off energy. Someone here cut you off or you cut someone off. There is a Tower moment. The Tower moment, dear Virgo, indicates a very painful ending, something here that unexpectedly comes to an end. So this situation here, the way that it unfolded, it was very chaotic for many of you. It was very difficult for you to deal with it. You could have dealt with the Pisces here. I think also when this situation ended between you and this person, it truly did allow you to see a lot of things from a completely different perspective, For many of you, you also were very much in this place of, should I really cut this situation now? Should we separate? Should we divorce? There is something here about a divorce also. And you and this person stopped talking to each other in the past. So let's clarify the Four of Swords. There was an ending that happened between you and this person, and you both stopped talking to each other. So the Four of Swords in the past is clarified by the Four of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Many of you, Virgo, waited for a reconciliation and a reunion with this person in the past, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. I really feel like this person truly loved you. That's what I'm truly picking up on. But there were a lot of trauma, a lot of cultural differences, so many things that really influenced this relationship from moving forward. So there is something here about a delayed reconciliation or reunion here, I think that also for many of you, you started really going within yourself with the Four of Swords. You started doing a lot of healing, meditation, breath work maybe. You were in isolation. I would always say that the Four of Swords is literally the equivalent for a hermit. So you really did go within yourself. And for a lot of you, it took you some time to really get out there, start meeting people, friends again, because you were healing from this experience. Now, in the present moment, Virgo, you have the Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles. So there is an offer that's coming in. We're going to talk about this. It could be this person making an offer. It could be someone else. Let's clarify the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, Virgo, is clarified by the King of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Four of Cups again. This person wants to make an offer to you. Could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and you are the High Priestess. I think this person wants to make an offer to you, Virgo, but they're scared of rejection. They are scared of coming towards you and being rejected. They know that you know something that maybe they either try to hide it from you or you found out about it. There is something here about concealing something here. There is something about, there is an issue of honesty is what I'm getting. And this person is scared. They're scared. They're in regret. there is a feeling of remorseful. Okay, someone who is feeling remorseful for how things ended between you and them. Wheel of Fortune here talks about a turning point. Okay, so something is transforming and changing. Let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune and see what is this about. So the Wheel of Fortune, Virgo, is clarified by the Five of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Three of Swords. I feel like here that this person wants to bring you an olive branch to your Virgo. This person truly seems to be wanting to make things right with you. They really want to have a brand new beginning, and there is like a desire here for, even if I may say, like an apology, okay, because they want to make things right with you. I think out of this heartbreak and out of this separation, there is still hope and there is still possibility that things may work out between you and this person. You could be dealing with someone that is in the public's eye. Maybe you are in the public's eye. Also, there is something about horses, so horses can be very significant. For many of you, dear Virgos, this situation here caused a lot of pain, and you really want to see if there is an opportunity that you and this person can have. But you also have a lot of question marks on your mind. There could be also family members that may be influenced into this relationship, friends, toxic people. Okay, other individuals that you feel like there was also an evil eye here, what I'm getting. So you want to protect your relationship from that as well. But this person wants to have a chance with you. It's like a makeover, okay, a redo. And you have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles, dear Virgo, talks about a desire for a brand new beginning. I feel like this person is actually learning a lesson here, is what I'm getting. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the World, the Six of Swords, and the Hermit. Exactly, the Hermit. You know, what you are doing right now, when this offer comes in and when this person makes an offer to you, you are the Hermit. And the Hermit is holding light onto the Six of Swords. So you are going to want to know, like, for example, when this person comes towards me, have they really closed a chapter, you know, in their life as well? There is something here about a karmic connection or something from their past. They needed to shut that door, and they're working on to that. So a lot of you are very observant as a Virgo. You are very intuitive. You are very mindful, very demure, very cutie patootie. So a lot of you are going to really do some research, some more research. Maybe that is actually what you're also doing in the present moment, 12:12 on the timer, in order for you to understand if this is something that you would really want to move forward to or not. Because even if this person wants to make an offer to you and they're telling you that they have closed off a chapter, it still is not completely enough for you to move with it yet. Okay, now, Seven of Swords, there is a question mark. There is something here that you're going to have a conversation about. So let's clarify the Seven of Swords. This has a lot to do with trust issues. This has a lot to do with just clarifying something. So the Seven of Swords, dear Virgo, is clarified by the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, and the Seven of Pentacles, and you have the Chariot, Cancer energy. A lot of you, before you will make your final move, before you will make your final decision with this person, dear Virgo, I do see here you in the near future reassessing, reevaluating this person's behavior again. There is something here about this person's masculinity, or they are man enough. If this is a female, the other way around. But you want to know that they actually are a person of their word. They can keep up their word. They can be honest with you. You could be still going back and forth because you have had a history with this person and you have seen some sort of things in this person's behavior that you kept a record of it in your mind, and you just want to make sure that you are not setting up yourself for some sort of a trap or some sort of an argument or a potential conflict here, okay? So you're going to do a lot of reassessment here. I do see here also you stepping up in your power and asking some really direct questions. I feel like you would want to ask this person and know if, you know, they still have any kind of third-party situation in their life or not. Before you would go full force and before you would commit to them, you have the Hierophant, could be a Taurus, okay? So before you would commit yourself to them. So the Hierophant is clarified by the Death card, Scorpio energy, Wheel of Fortune, and the Four of Wands, and the Strength at the bottom of the deck again. Okay, so again, this is very significant because when you look into the Strength, you see how gently Virgo, she is really taming the lion, right? So this is about you also taking control of this situation, maybe from a different angle, different perspective, different way of communicating certain things. So in the near future, there is a radical transformation that is going to take place in this person's life and in your life. And there is a possibility of a marriage, or maybe marrying each other or getting back together and working something out. A lot of you have been tired of this constant back and forth energy, not having enough clarity of where this relationship is going also. So you want things to be in balance with the justice. You want things to be in place. You want honesty, you want clarity, because honesty is the best policy. Okay, so there could be also some legal matters here as well, and settlements and setting things right. You have the Devil, Capricorn energy, the Moon, the Chariot, and the Sun. Very interesting that the Sun is also showing up with the Moon, because that is an indication of the Leo energy and something here being eliminated. For many of you, you know, like I said earlier, you want to be fair and you want to play fair. And to be fair, I do clearly see here that you will only move forward with this person with the Chariot, you know, when you really truly see that this person is not tied up to any third parties, there is no one in their life, they are being honest with you. The third party could be a family member, could be friends, could be an ex-person. You want complete transparency and honesty with this person. That's why you want to be fair. And to be fair for that, you really also need to communicate that with this person before you would decide to move forward and also commit yourself to them. Okay? Because at the end of the day, what you want is happiness. You want happiness, you want commitment, you want to make sure that this person is respecting you fully. You have the Five of Wands and the High Priestess, that is you. Okay, so you already know, your intuition is telling you, okay, your intuition is already telling you that what if I enter into this relationship and there is another conflict here that may happen? What if things start taking place that are not, you know, favorable for me, right? So you're really looking into the future here. Let's clarify and get some advice. Let's get the advice, Virgo. Let's see, what do you need to know? Virgolicious, I'm saying. So Virgo, you have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Again, this is about you making a very firm decision here. And you have the Sun, the Knight of Wands, and the Judgment. This is about your happiness. You ultimately are going to make this decision towards your happiness. And even if this is going to make some people happy, some people sad, some people frustrated, this is about your personal happiness and what makes you happy. The biggest piece of advice here that I can say is when the sun comes out, it illuminates, it shines in light, it's light, and it reveals things. Whatever is being revealed to you now, or whatever has been revealed, you already have taken mental note of that. So it's going to be very important for you to really reassess all of that again and choose and decide with the Judgment. Is this something that's going to really facilitate, is this something that's going to actually facilitate my happiness and my joy, or is this something that's going to take it away from me, okay? So dear Virgo, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. That is your advice, and I'm going to pull 3 questions that you're going to discuss from the intimacy deck with your person. I already pulled this for all the other signs, and I'm going to pull 3 cards for you as well. So question number 1, very good question, Virgo. You have, what was your first impression of me versus now? Good question, and you can even let me know what was your first impression of me versus now when you first found out about your Armenian guy. So what song or band defines your teenage years? What song or band defines your teenage years? This is a good question to ask someone, you know what I'm saying? I would say, like, you know, I would listen like songs, a band, I can't remember, like System of a Down probably, but also like I would say singers like, you know, Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Tupac, 50 Cent, you know, the old 2000s. And then you have which love song best describes our relationship. For me, I would say that the best song that describes the best relationship for me is sung by Virgo, Beyonce, Drunk in Love, my favorite song. So dear Virgo, I hope that this helped. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all so much. Have a fabulous week ahead, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.